to Review Nation, and today I'm going to give you a review on God Dethroned new album, Illuminati. Illuminati was released on 7th of February 2020, so just a recent release. And this album comprises of black and death metal, and it's mainly a black and death metal releases, but it surrounds other genres as well, such as heavy metal at times, along with melodic death metal, at times black metal, definitely inspired by Emperor, Behemoth. God Dethroned are a Dutch black and death metal band. I believe this is their 11th studio album. The last few albums were all about the war, but they completely did a 180 and changed the whole lyrical themes on this album, talking more on the depths of black metal, talking about Satan and the rise of Satan. It's a very fun black and death metal album, and I actually really did enjoy it. I enjoyed it for how experimental this album was. The World Ablaze was a pretty good album. I went back through God Dethroned's discography and I found out that Illuminati was one of their weakest albums. It's one of the most experimental albums on their discography. The World Ablaze was a really good album. I loved it. I loved Under the Sign of the Iron Cross as well. So they completely changed the lyrical themes, and it is a very fun album, but there are also some flaws on this album. Going back through God Dethroned's discography, I felt that the production on this album was slightly weak. The guitar riffs were not as hefty and in-depth like albums such as Bloody Blasphemy, along with Into the Lungs of Hell. Not as meaty or hefty as those albums, but Illuminati's production, it's quite polished, it's quite crisp, and the drums sound very over-processed throughout this album. The guitar riffs aren't as impactful. But my god, there's also some really catchy guitar riffs throughout this album. First of all, to kick off the album, it's Illuminati.
It takes a mastermind to infiltrate and replace.
A very hard-hitting, fast-paced song with elements of black and death metal, along with black metal, especially throughout the bridge part. You get a really nice guitar riff, a really nice bouncy guitar riff that is quite meaty in tone, but still not as meaty as the other albums. The synths in the background create that element of epicness, and what I can say about this album is this album feels fucking epic. It really does, incorporating synth elements throughout, and the chorus is just absolutely fantastic. We're the Illuminati. I love that chorus, I really do. All of a sudden, Henry's vocals really change throughout the song, and at times he sounds maybe like Nurgle from Behemoth. He's got that really deep, demonic voice, especially when they get those increasing blast beats throughout the song, and then it leads onto that chorus again. That this song is absolutely a fantastic way to kick off the album, but maybe this song is slightly repetitive. When I say it's slightly repetitive can be a very good thing, and on this occasion, repetitive is a very good thing because this song is very catchy. All of a sudden, there's a change in signature, goes back to a really nice bass melody that leads on to a nice guitar solo. So Illuminati is a great way to kick off the album, it really is, and I just love how epic it feels. So then the next song is Broken Halo. The start of the song sounds like something out of Behemoth, like something out of the Satanist. It's just the overall drums, the impactful guitars, and the guitar riffs throughout that introduction, and all of a sudden it leads onto really fast-paced blast beats, a nice drum fills with his vocals, absolutely insane, incorporating some black metal elements. And then you get a really amazing chorus, Broken Halo. I love that. I love that chorus. It's quite melodic and it's quite infectious. And then all of a sudden you get some really nice symphonic elements, incorporate that really strong Emperor feel. This part of the song does sound like something out of Emperor. on to a really nice mouth-watering guitar solo. This song, Broken Halo, is really fast-paced, energetic song. It switches in between genres such as black and death metal, a lot with black metal as well. So the next song is Book of Lies.
Proved you wrong. Conquered your souls with sword in hand.
A slightly generic black and death metal song in my opinion. This song doesn't really do much for me, it really doesn't. You get some really nice chugging guitar riffs throughout the song, a nice chord progression, but that's all about it. Henry's vocals are pretty good as always, along with at times some black metal vocals that incorporate that element of surprise. There's a really strong epic feel throughout this song, and it's a much more slower paced song, and the chorus is okay. It's again another catchy friggin' song as well. Again, you get a really nice guitar solo. Slight repetition throughout this song, but it works. It gives the listener a really good experience sonically. So then it leads on to Spirit of Beelzebub. I don't understand the chorus. I don't really understand the chorus. Don't really understand the chants. I am the spirit of Beelzebub. I am the spirit. I don't understand that chorus. I really don't. They could have done a little bit different with that chorus. Such a incredible fast-paced blast beaty song, and then you get a chorus like that. I mean, what the fuck? It's quite on the nose in my opinion. So I don't really understand that part of the song, but the rest of the song, man, fantastic. It really is. The verses, the harsh aggressive vocals, but that chorus can go fuck off. I hate that chorus. That chorus is horrible. The rest of the song is just absolutely magnificent. Love the prominent bass throughout the song. Really love the guitarist. I want the production to be a little bit more hefty and meaty. It's like someone has cooked steak and they've cooked it raw. This is what this album's like. If you get what I mean, the production is very thin. Okay, so the next song is probably one of my favorite songs off the album. Love this song, I really do. What can I say about this song? The guitarists are amazing. The bass is quite prominent throughout the song. Really love the bass licks. You've got some really good headphones. You can really hear the bass. The vocals are fantastic. Henry's vocals are really good. You can really hear some really nice intricate moments by Michael as he incorporates those really nice drum fills along with those extreme blast beats throughout the song. Overall, it's a fantastic song. It's got a very melodic, catchy chorus as well. Satan Spawn, as he screams that out. I absolutely love it. Yeah, so his vocals are very different. This song sounds something out of Behemoth or something like that. Really, this band, God Dethroned, really remind me of Behemoth. They really do. And like my friend said, they remind him of Behemoth, but in a happier way. Because this album is a fun album. It really is. Okay, so the next song is Gabriel.
Always remember the first one.
One of my favorite songs off the album for sure. I love how slow paced this song is. I really love the tone of the song itself. The guitarists are amazing, and his vocals, Henry's vocals are really good, incorporating those harsh aggressive vocals, especially throughout Gabriel, especially throughout that chorus. Nice chord progression throughout the song. Just got that amazing epic feel, this song. So then it leads on to Eye of Horus. Really enjoyed this song at first, but then as I listened to this album over and over again, this song started to get slightly on the nose. When I say slightly on the nose, the chorus, again, you had those chants such as that Beelzebub song, and I just feel like it doesn't really fit. I mean, it's quite catchy, it gets stuck in your head, but do you want to hear that in a black and death metal album? I'm not too sure. I really appreciate the experimental side on this album, but in my opinion, it just doesn't work. It really doesn't. And Eye of Horus, It's a catchy song. It's a catchy melodic song. I don't think it should have been on this album. It's a very different God Dethroned song, that's for sure. Again, those chants are quite... I'm a bit torn with this song, I really am. I'm not too sure whether I like it anymore. I'm not too sure whether I hate it. I'm on the middle, I'm on the fence right here. Definitely one of the weakest songs off the album, but the melody, man, is still stuck in my head. So I'm a bit torn, I'm a bit conflicted with this song. Then it goes to an instrumental, which is only 40 seconds. This is the build up to Blood Moon Eclipse. Instrumental was the organs that build up to that epic finale, and this song is definitely one of the best songs off the album for sure. I love how epic it feels, how symphonic it feels as well. Everything from this album, like it just melds everything together on this album. There are some melodic moments, there are some black metal moments, there are some black and death metal moments, melodic death metal moments. This song has everything, it really does. Really reminds me of old God Dethroned, this song as well. The guitar riffs, the melody of the guitars are fantastic. Just the build up of the song and the way it just ends like that. And overall, it just gives the listener a satisfying listen after this song. Overall, this album is a very interesting album, really is. They experiment God Dethroned. And have they succeeded? Look, at times they have, and at times they haven't, especially Eye of Horus, which is not a very good song in my opinion. You get a few cheesy moments throughout this album. It's not cheesy in the fridge that's been in the fridge for 30 weeks. It's more of fresh cheese that has been melted on toast, if you get what I mean. I do enjoy this album, I really do. I think it's a very fun album. Could have at least improved the production. I wanted the production to be not as thin as it was. I believe the production was a little bit more hefty and meaty. I think it would have elevated the album itself. So overall, it's a good album. A solid 6 out of 10. A 6 out of 10 I'm going to give it. I can't give it any more higher. It's a catchy album. It's a melodic album. It's a fun album. Let me know in the comments if you heard of this band and what you thought about this album in general. And also comment below some other albums you want me to review. Subscribe if you want. Get discussion going in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next one.